YouTube and welcome back. For everyone who is playing NHL 26 Hockey Ultimate Team, may agree that NHL community may be one of the most angriest communities you will find in any sport games. Maybe because we are the smallest and that's why it just feels like it's the loudest. But if you are, let's say, quite active on any social media, YouTubes and stuff like that, you will see there is a lot of negativity. And the main place to find all the negativity is Reddit. So that's exactly what we will do today. We'll go on Reddit specifically to see what is community saying about NHL 26 Hockey Ultimate Team. Is it good? Is it bad? And what needs to change? Personally, I try to avoid Reddit as much as I can. I probably leave one comment a day at best, because every single time you even say something on Reddit, even if it's okay, people will just downvote you. But yeah, that's the reality. The one post which really got my attention is Dear EA Devs. And the reason why I really like this question, and yes, Dear EA Devs, if you're listening or if you're reading, this guy is 100% right. There is basically nothing to chase. When you take the carrot off the end of the stick, what I am to chase? If there are only a few rewards and no dopamine hit, where is the hook? Exactly. Basically, the person is asking, why did you kill the fun? L2 is even more OP than it ever was before. So for everyone who is playing ranked and let's say are in gold 2, gold 3 and maybe even platinum, you probably can agree that L2 is just ridiculous. I actually think that some of the streams I'm watching with the higher skilled players, that's the only way how they can actually win the games. And of course, he's also highlighting the posts because, yeah, I cannot count how many posts a game I'm actually hitting, and I can guarantee even if the net would be empty, I would still hit the post. So basically, yes, there is really nothing to chase this year. At the moment when we are playing the game, the rewards are quite mid at best, because all you're getting a bunch of 75s, 76s, sometimes you get a 77 plus overall pack from the XP path, but in general, because there are no chase cards anymore, you're really only saving your fodder for the huge events like Fantasy, Team of the Year, or you can always go and make that, let's say, one free MSP every single week. But for that, you don't really need to save. For that, you just have to grind your chores, use the cards you earn in that specific week, make an MSP, and move on. Is it good for casual player base? Probably yes, if you only can play, let's say, 1 hour each day, or maybe 2 hours every 2 days. But for people who are grinding this game hardcore and playing it every single day, what do you even chase? The rewards on the XP path are clearly not good enough. The XP collectible sets are an absolute joke, because in total you earn 140 and the best pack basically requires you to use 30 of those collectibles for potentially 181. We don't really see any packs in rewards like, I don't know, ranked, because yes, even if you are a good player, you are still not earning enough packs, and pretty much the only mode you can even earn rewards is Cup Chase. And if you are a really skilled player in NHL 26, as much as you would like the rewards, playing offline for hours, it's boring. But if we talk about the comments, of course, people will agree or disagree, and a lot of people are highlighting things like EA promised and basically didn't deliver, or the fact that you cannot play the Cup Chase on Superstar difficulty and just drag the puck behind of the net. But the best part I like that the packs are full with 75 overall players, and yes, you can go and exchange those 75s, but we pretty much bought the game to play the game, not to sit in the sets for hours just to get your 75s into some sort of form where you can actually use them in the future, you know? But nonetheless, in the last few hours, this is one of the most popular Reddit posts. So yes, let me know. Do you agree or disagree? I think the person was spot on with everything he said. But of course, when we was talking about the negativity on Reddit, this is exactly what you will see most of the time. Horrible overall game. EA is supposed to be a AAA developer for games, so why are we continuously getting a broken product? It's been out for 3 weeks and it's already dying. There is no progression or innovation, and this game is just copy and paste. And again, this is probably one of the terms you will hear the most in NHL community. Copy and paste is the same game as NHL 25 or 24 or 23, you basically name it. But yes, there is really no progression, and I'm not quite sure how we are looking with the power curve this year, because let's say the season 1 is 70 days long. The end reward is 87 overall Macklin Celebrini. The MSPs are currently at 85 overall. So I'm expecting in week or 2 we already will see 86 overall MSPs. So basically what it would say, by the time the season 1 ends, the MSP and the end reward would be the same overall. Last year, let's say, if you was able to get Jack Eichel, he was 87 overall. The seasons were much shorter. That 87 overall card actually was in some ways usable. Now, the longer it takes for you to complete the XP path, the less that card will be usable. Some people probably will just put it on their 4th line just to have additional AP boost, and that's it. As far as you're not really fan of the player, there is really nothing to chase. I also have to agree in some ways that the game is out for 3 weeks, but it does feel like it's very stale. Maybe with the new champs, the game will be different. I will do a separate video about the champs rewards and how it changed, and I'm expecting a lot of posts on Reddit obviously about that as well. I'm recording this on Tuesday, one day before we will see our first champs, the rewards and stuff like that. that. But yeah, I just don't feel that this year we'll see a lot of great content. I really hope that I'm wrong, and I hope that we will see a lot of good things. But in general, at least now, there is really no progression. I have to agree with this post. Of course, it would not be a day where someone is not sharing their pack pools, so hey, GG's on pulling Mario Lemieux, and also highlighting that Cup Chase is actually worth grinding, just boring. Now let's talk about the first post. I disagree. Cup Chase needs a harder difficulty than Superstar. Seriously, man, I'm super happy that you can score 5+ goals on Superstar difficulty and you think it's too easy. 90% of the community probably think otherwise. The Cup Chase should not be hard. Cup Chase should actually be very casual player friendly, and the reason why everyone is even playing Cup Chase only because the mode offers the best rewards at this point. So yes, I understand you are mindlessly grinding over and over and over again, but I don't think it needs to be harder. What I do think about the Cup Chase is that they need to change the teams you're playing against, because constantly facing the same teams over and over and over again is boring. So yes, I do miss the thing from squad battles where you was just facing random player teams, and I remember how many times I actually faced Henrique's team in squad battles, or I don't know, even Trash I think I remember seeing once or twice. So yes, I think that should be a thing. Other than that, don't touch the difficulty. Let me play on Rookie or I don't know, Superstar or something like that. If you want to play on higher difficulty, just go and play online, you know? But then you probably would create a post about, oh my god, ranked is broken and it's too hard. And someone is even highlighting that the teams will get harder as the overalls go up. And that's probably what will happen, because in Season 2 we probably will see better opponents, at least from the overall perspective, so it will not be that easy to actually play on Superstar. But once again, if you can score 5+ goals and you think it's too boring, maybe this mode is not for you. And unfortunately, buddy, I have to tell you, yes, you're not getting rewards. So if you are stuck in Silver 2 or 3, it does mean that there will be no rewards until you actually will get better, or until the new season will drop. And I'm pretty sure we will see some objectives for ranked being released very soon. There is no way EA can ignore all the complaints about the ranked mode. Less and less people are actually now playing ranked because it's not rewarding, and the only reason actually playing ranked at this point is if you are good at the game, then you just want to challenge yourself, but that's around 5% of the community. If you're just grinding for XP, because if you win the game you still get the most XP out of all the modes, or you just like to play against real people. If you're grinding for rewards, I definitely can say then no one is playing ranked for that. And if you read any of the comments, people are basically answering any of these posts. Everyone is saying that rank is horrible, or even if they made to the gold 1 and then lost 10 in a row, so they're back in the silver. So yes, they did say we will not be able to D-rank, and that really sucks. I have no issues with D-ranking, let's say from 4 to 1, but it has to be in the same division. If I made it to gold, the lowest I can go is gold 1. There is no reasons why I should be going back to silver. And that's also one of the reasons why it's so difficult to play rank this year, at least now. We are 3 weeks in and the rank still feels quite difficult. Everyone is saying, you know what, it's only early access, wait until the game will be fully released. Now the game is out for a few weeks and it's still difficult, and a lot of people cannot even get out of silver. So yes, I don't know. They definitely need to do something with the matchmaking in ranked and also give us more reward. Otherwise the mode will just be dead before the fantasy event releases. And if we talk about the rank, that's pretty much what everyone is saying. EA, please fix the game. EA, please do something about the rank, because people are leaving the game. Nobody wants to sweat with the top players in silver rank. Please fix the rewards. Thank you. And because he said thank you, I think he deserves a upvote, you know? He was kind, he was polite, so why not? And the first comment says there are absolutely no top players at silver. You're playing Division 3 players, not top players. I would agree and disagree with this statement, because I think there are still a lot of Division 2 players in silver, and it also depends on the servers you're playing. For people who are, for example, based in Canada, they probably experience it less, when in Europe it actually feels like I'm playing Division 2 players in silver 3 rank every single time. Another thing people are talking about is Cup Chase disconnection still an issue. I don't understand how it's still an issue. I personally had 2 disconnects, and I think I have 1 freeze up where I get 0 coins, had to quit out of the game because really nothing was happening. If you are releasing new mode and you want us to play, clearly you don't want us to play ranked because, yeah, we just discussed the rank, then at least make sure then Cup Chase is working. Not really talking about the angry post or something like that, but if you're posting a picture, can you please just turn it around so I don't have to do this thing and, I don't know, break my neck. I also like these posts where people are saying it's harder to score, and previously they were so good at the game and now suddenly they cannot win anything or they cannot score. I don't really think that this year it's harder to score. For me personally, it's harder to defend. It just feels like you cannot really do a lot because the poke checks are not working and stuff like that. I personally really barely ever have low scoring games. Usually I lose by 1 goal, and that's mostly because in the last 50 seconds my team absolutely forgets how to play hockey. But other than that, I usually score at least 3-4 goals every single game. And I'm currently in gold 1, but yeah, I don't know. Let me know down in the comment sections below. Do you think it's harder to score online this year, or you still can find easy ways of scoring goals? And of course, my favorites. Pay to win isn't just me. I definitely don't think that NHL 26 or even NHL 25 last year was pay to win. You can get yourself a really good team if obviously you spend money, but you also can get yourself a really good team if you spend ridiculous amount of hours in the game. Because I have one of the best teams you can build. I'm no money spent, but I'm spending unhealthy hours playing the game. I pretty much grind everything. I'm working the auction house. I'm flipping the cards, so I have 600k coins, a lot of fodder already for fantasy event, and in general. I just think that people sometimes don't really understand what pay to win means, and there are two options: time and money. Both of those things cost something. Or you're sacrificing financially and having a lot of free time because you don't have to grind any chore, or you're grinding everything but you're not spending money. In both ways, you can have the same team. It's just about what you want to sacrifice. And just to add something, even for people who want to spend money, there is nothing really wrong with it. It's their money. As far as they can afford it, I don't see any issues. And we all know that even if you have the God squad, you still will lose to that 75 overall team, because it's NHL we're talking about. And the question I want to end: why there are 75 plus players in the packs? Clearly, we really don't have any use for 75s. I do have a feeling that EA will release something in the future where you will need the 75s, 76s, or even 77 overall cards. Otherwise, I seriously don't understand why 75s are reward. Maybe they're giving us all these 75s just so we can complete the daily objective of do 5 sets, but if that's the case, that's really dumb. I could see EA releasing some sets, let's say even fantasy, where you have to trade in 10 75 overall cards for one collectible. And in all fairness, if that's something they want to do, I would be 100% down for it, because I have so many 75 overall cards. Let me know down in the comment sections below. Do you think 75s or 76s or even 77s will be used anywhere in the game this year outside of exchange sets? And let's end today's video with looking at one of the weirdest goals I've seen. And yes, I personally also experienced something like this when I was playing the cup chase, and I just don't know how to even explain it. So basically, just a standard situation: the goalie makes a save, the player is trying to get out of his zone, something happens, he gets the puck, and then the goalie falls asleep. Yeah. Apparently they didn't improve goalkeepers, did they? Okay guys, that will do for today's video. I will try to do at least one every single month, just so we can go through some of the Reddit posts, read what people like, dislike. There obviously is a lot of good stuff on Reddit as well, but mainly you will just see the negativity, and whenever I'm bored, I just go through the posts, read them. I barely, like I said, ever leave a comment, because whatever you would say, it's never good enough for Reddit, at least for the Reddit audience, but I do find it really entertaining when I'm bored. So yes, if you do enjoy this type of content, please make sure you like and subscribe. Other than that, hope you enjoyed, have a good one, and see you on the ice.